Morning, everyone. I was just muscle testing up what flower essences I needed this morning because once again I've been listening to more docos this morning, and it really is a year of awakening, isn't it? From everything associated with how we are treated with our healthcare worldwide to what we're doing with our elderly, which has been hideous all over. Well, here in Australia, some hideous things are going on. And obviously, so many of our rights as human beings have disappeared. And I was chatting to one of my boys a few days ago, and he said, "Mum, don't take the black pill." And I said, "What's the black pill?" And he said, when you've got no hope left. And I thought, crap, that is how I feel sometimes. You hear all these stories and how long people have been fighting for, say, the children, and how long people have been fighting for our health rights and all sorts of things like that, and it just feels like we're never going to get anywhere. So the flower essence that Muscle tested up for me this morning was Sunshine Wattle, and Sunshine Wattle is about optimism. So once again, I went to see and once again I'm feeling heavy. I wasn't feeling this until I started speaking that truth. My truth, obviously this is my truth. And sort of, so once when we're looking into these things, I went to see my kinesiologist shaman, Gabrielle Alul, last week. She's fabulous. And so she's a combo shaman and kinesiologist. One of the things she does, which is not me, obviously, I know the whole ASMR thing, it's all about talking softly and yada, yada, yada. I just sound depressed when I try to do anything like that. It's not me. But Sunshine Wattle is for about optimism. It's about owning that there's going to be a bright future. For every person we awaken to what's going on out there, it's one more person who's not in the dark. So I think the people in the world who we've had pedestals on, just question, and it's amazing the information that's coming through to me because I have been in this community for 25 years. I've got so many clients who are sending me videos and footage and documentaries to watch, and as well as I'm doing all my, watching the doctors and scientists who are speaking up as well about the upcoming vaccines. So it's just feels like, okay, maybe there's some good out there in the world. Maybe it's going to be okay. So Sunshine Wattle. It's about seeing a bright future. It's about trusting that there are good people out there who are making an effort. It's about paying attention to those little things we see in the news that you go, I didn't actually see that coming. It's, but obviously, it's not very often mainstream media where we're going to find this. It's going to be those little things in the background because the people in charge have their own agendas, obviously. So one of our politicians in Australia, for the first time on mainstream media, said about Agenda 21 recently, and I'm like, really? She actually mentioned it? And and the obviously she got labelled a conspiracy theorist, which is, what a surprise, because you can't mention things that are on the United Nations website. That would be a bad thing. So anyway, so here's to optimism. And one of the things that my kinesiologist does, she sort of talks to the subconscious brain through numbers. So you might have seen the map of consciousness in some of my videos recently and where we sit. So I've been feeling this year, as I've been becoming aware of all this big crap going on the planet, I've been angry, I've been frustrated, I've been unable to sleep a lot of the time. I've been trying to visualize who are the angels in the whole thing, who are going to come in and quench these forces of evil. I've been wondering, is there a possibility, which of course the black pill reference, and I've been sort of really working with things. So as always, one of my other favorite flower essences, because, you talk about things people aren't ready to hear, you get shot down in flames. If it hurts your little ego, it shuts you down. But for every person we awaken to saving the vulnerable on our planet, there's one more person who is now partially responsible. So Silver Princess, This is for letting your star shine. It's for allowing you to know the truth, allowing you to speak your truth, allowing you to, and people aren't ready. If people aren't ready, you just sort of give a little nudge. They either are receptive or not. And if they're not receptive, you let them go. They're just not ready. It's not a good or a bad thing, but some people do not want to believe that there's evil on the planet and that people in charge know about it. So run that central meridian and just going to, with the map of consciousness, all those things about anger, frustration, blame, guilt, shame, they're all below the level of 200 consciousness. We want to be up. We want to be well and truly up over 200. We want to be up into 3, like it goes in the map of consciousness. If you Google that and look for a picture, you'll probably find, hopefully, map of consciousness. Hopefully you'll find a map, but actually I'll show it to you. Yeah, so basically we want to be closer to 1,000 with everything we do. So this is the map of consciousness. And that map of consciousness came from 20 years of work by a kinesiologist who did over 1 million muscle tests. So he would get people to work out where they are with shame and guilt and anger and frustration, and he would muscle test the frequency that people are vibrating at. So we need to raise ourselves. We need to raise ourselves up, so, okay, so just sort of shimmying that energy, shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Raising. So I'm going to do my kinesiologist, Gabrielle. So 300, 300, 300, 300, 300, 300, 300, 300, 300. 400, 400, 400, 400, 400, 400, 400, 400, 400. 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500. 600, 600, 600, 600, 600, 600, 600, 600, 600. 700, 700, 700, 700, 700, 700, 700, 700, 700. 800, 800, 800, 800, 800, 800, 800, 800, 800. 900, 900, 900, 900, 900, 900, 900, 900, 900. And just because 999 is a magical number, 999, 999, 999, 999, 999, 999, 999, 999, 999. Breathe in that vibration. Know there's good in the world. Spread the love, spread the word, sunshine and light. Take care. Have a good day.